Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong. Welcome to the back office teardown lab. I'm going to be doing a teardown today of a device. It's called the iCarPlay Wireless, and it's for plugging in your old iPhone or iPod into your car FM radio. That bit I'm less interested in. In fact, I think I'm just going to chop the wire here. Shoink. And keep this aside. I mean, this is quite interesting just as having an FM transmitter, so I'll chuck that in my box of curiosity. It did have a nice feature, if I recall, that every time you push this it selects a different frequency based on one of these sort of pre-selected frequencies. You go deep, 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 deep. That's the only bit that's interesting in that. But the bit I'm kind of slightly more interested in is this, because I kind of want a power supply for a car, and I can't think of a better thing really than one of these. A USB one would be neat. But I don't have any of those right now, but this will satisfy my more urgent requirement. So just finding a way of getting into the bloody thing. You can see it was quite difficult there. I tried to these things tend not to be spludgeable because they're glued, but okay, we'll have a quick go. He says, and then instantly spludges it open. Bloody hell, Andrew, what an idiot. What was quite nice here, there's an LED behind that little panel. Isn't that cute? Monster. This probably would have been quite a good one back in the day. No fuse. Nothing seems to have fuses anymore, do they? We just don't bother with the fuses. And that's what I want. That's the little monkey, the little PCB there. Interestingly though, yeah, it's got both grounds hooked up. That's nice. That's a nice feature. Sometimes only one's hooked up, and that's kind of lame, isn't it? Sometimes they don't work because of that, and you have to rotate them around till they work. So we can see there's our power out. Yoink! So we don't need that bit of wire either. Can bin that. Bin that, bin that, bin that, bin that, bin that. Cool, lots of stuff in the bin today. So we can see where we need to connect to the power in our vehicle. So if we were going to use, I don't know, just having a look around for something with a bit of wire, like this connector. Let's cut the connector and just get it ready, basically, as if we're going to solder it into a car. And I'm just looking to see, yeah, we can get 2 points quite close to each other. Tell you what, I'm thinking I would love an automatic cable stripper, as in if you've seen them, the machines where you literally just put a wire in, it just goes finishes the end. Some of them not just finish the end, but they'll solder the end for you, and they'll tin it and do everything. So it's like, yeah, baby, I need one of those in my life, but no way can I afford one. So maybe I'll have to make one. Learn how to make one and make it so. Number one. So we could just remove now, looking at the circuit. And is there anything interesting? When the camera eventually focuses, come on. Sweet. Is there anything interesting to see about the circuit? Diode, electrolytic capacitor, a bunch of components here they've not bothered fitting. Another electrolytic capacitor. I'm not even sure how this bloody works, to be honest with you. Guessing it's just dropping the voltage through that big resistor. It almost makes me want to test this a little bit more thoroughly before hooking it up to any end equipment, in case it doesn't really work properly. So there's our spring, and it's actually it's actually fitted right round there, so that's going to be way easier to cut than to solder. Of course, spring steel, always a bugger to cut. There we go, yoinked it off. Looking at these two terminals, they all go to the same place, and they're all part of kind of a general ground plane, so we can just hook onto that. So let's get rid of those. Good, now we're ready. We're ready to cook with some gas. So we're going to solder. I'm going to just put this there. Bang. They're so handy, these things, because they're heavy enough just to hold whatever thing you're likely to be working on in one place while you do. While you do, there we go. Let that cool down. Brilliant. And we can just hit this right there. We've got danger of shorting it though on that other connector, so yeah, maybe make that a little bit shorter. As in literally half the length it was. Tin it all up though. Let's see if we can get that now where we need it to be, which is right there. Oh, it's hot. Smoking. Ouch. And we're going to keep those two little wires there just for reference so we know where to hook our other stuff in. So it does have quite nice terminals on it, but really I'm not that bothered about those. I don't really want them. I just want them to kind of, two wires to come off it, same length. I don't know, maybe we might fit it in a box. Fit it in a box. I'm going to fit it in a cardboard box. I'm going to fit it in a box. Not going to fit. Might have to get rid of that LED. Let's take the ends back so we can try some of our bench power supply on it. Come on! It's all crap, isn't it? I'm a charlatan here. Why is this wire so thick? Right, there we go. So, if you're doing this at home, test it like this before you plop it in your car. So I've got two doofers on there. I'm going to turn it on to the full Monty. 10, 12 volts. There we go. That's the full 12 volts action. Got me multimeter. Let's see what that will give us. That is giving us 11 volts out. So this circuit is clearly maybe it requires a bit of load. I don't know what this circuit's supposed to do then. I might have to put an LM805 in here, voltage regulator. I think I will. Bloody hell. That's why that circuit looks so simple, because it doesn't do anything. I don't even know what it's for. But hang on, it's doing something, because it's lighting that LED. So where's that LED getting its power? I'm just going to probe now. So we've got the common ground, it seems. So that is a 12 volt there. You see it says minus, it's just because I've got the probes the other way, wrong way around. 1.2 volts. 11. 12. Well, there you go. That's my dreams ruined. Might as well just bung an LM805 on something. Poo. There you go. It's a pile of poo. Thanks for watching.